Hi, everybody, and welcome to Art at Home Week 4. Our theme today is this guy who is Pablo Picasso. I will be teaching you a little bit about Pablo Picasso and his life and his art. We're going to be making a portrait in his cubistic style. Now, if you look at Picasso in this photograph, you'll notice that his hands look a little bit odd. And the reason for that is because they're not his real hands at all. Picasso was a bit of a trickster and he liked to joke around. Those are actually loaves of bread that he baked into the shape of his fingers. He was also very, very famous. He's known as the father of modern art. So he's a very important artist. And this is the big reason why. The kind of art that he was most famous for was his Cubism. And this is a cubistic portrait. If you look carefully, you can see a face with two eyes and a nose, maybe a mouth, and a purple hat. Now, Picasso didn't always do cubistic art. He began by doing this kind of art, which is part of his blue period. In his blue period, his figures look very real and also very sad. Most of his paintings at this time were done in tints and shades of blue, or what we would call monochromatic. So you could do a monochromatic portrait if you choose. Then came a happier time in Picasso's life, and this is called his Rose period. The Rose period were portraits and paintings that were done with very warm tints and shades of oranges and peaches and rose and pink. This is actually his son Paul. So Picasso had gotten married, had a family, and this is his son dressed up as a clown or a harlequin. And this is his cubistic period. Now, this is a portrait. This one is of a woman. It's called Weeping Woman. And if you look carefully, you might be able to find two eyes and a nose and a mouth and a tissue that she's holding up to her face. Now, to start this lesson today, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a piece of paper, pencil, and an eraser. And you will also need something to color with. Now, I used oil pastels for this project. If you want to use markers or crayons, that's fine too. And for the kids who are really brave today, if you look behind me, I had some fun making this collage. This is a portrait of a woman done in Picasso's cubistic style, but instead of using crayons or coloring it in or paint, I decided to use scraps of paper. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I have any paper like that, well, honestly, what I did was I took a catalog that I got in the mail, and I think I just used two catalogs, and I went through them all, and if you look carefully, you can see that back here, you even have some words on there. So I just left the words on, but it makes a nice texture for her, both her shirt and also for her hair. So it's kind of interesting. You can also use comics. And if you want to make yours larger, like the one behind me, just like with our recyclable unit last week, I took a cereal box and opened it up, and you can go ahead and paste on this. If you're going to do a collage, this size might work better for you. All right. So let's get to work making a cubistic portrait of a person. To start our lesson today, you will need a piece of paper, pencil, eraser. I did use a Sharpie marker for mine, but you don't need to use those. You can just color it if you want. And I did use a straight edge or a ruler. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to draw a cubistic portrait, and then you can color it in. And this would be your finished project. Now I want to show you a couple that I'd already finished. This one was done in secondary colors, mostly green, orange, and purple. This one is monochromatic except for the eyes, so tints and shades of blue. And this one you can really see the profile or the side view of the eye and the nose looking in that direction. And then this part of the face is looking at you. And the reason Picasso did that was because Cubists were trying to show the face in many different directions. So they wanted to see it from all angles. It didn't just have to be a front view or just a side view. They wanted to combine it in a very unique way. And here's just kind of a goofy cartoon cubistic face. There are also some more cartoonish faces that you can draw. His noses, his lips, and his ears. So you can kind of pick and choose, like Mr. Potato Head, and put them together the way you like. The easiest way to draw this project is to start with the shape of a heart. And you need to draw it nice and big, at least as big as your hand. And then what you do is you want to add the profile. Now the profile part is the part with the nose that's looking in one direction, and also the eye. Now the eye is shaped like a piece of pizza or a triangle, and you're going to have a circle in the middle for the pupil. So, and you can color that in if you want to, or you can just leave it. Also, you can add a couple of nostrils. Now, Picasso, this side of the face is looking that direction, this one's looking at you, so this eye is going to be what I would say is normal. Normal meaning it's looking straight at you. And again, you can add an eyelid. Picasso loved to do eyebrows. And the lips are shaped kind of realistically, starting with the letter M. And then there's another letter M in the middle. And then the bottom is just kind of a nice swoop. Now, the other things that you can add are Picasso ears. And this one's like the letter C with another letter C right here. And this one could be maybe like a question mark. With a little C inside of it. So they don't have to match, and that's the fun part about Picasso's cubistic art. And then you want to add a neck, so we'll add a nice neck here. And then you might want to add a hat, or you might want to add some hair. And for this one, I'm going to add some hair here. And I like mine the way it is. This is a good, simple Picasso cubistic drawing. Now, another more creative way to make your Picasso portrait is to go a little bit crazy. Not too crazy, just a little bit. And to do that, you might want to add some squiggles here. Couple of bumps and curves. And then you can decide, okay, what do I need? Well, this is the face. I have to have two eyes. There's one. Going to give this one eyelashes. And I'm going to do another eyeball up here. And then this is my nose, so I need two nice big nostrils. And then my lips are going to be on this side. And then maybe I want to give it a weird hairdo. And maybe a couple of really strange ears. I like that. That's going to be fun to color. So get to work and make your Picasso, and it can be as crazy or as realistic or a little bit of both. I can't wait to see your designs. Have some fun with your Picasso.